Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Onesies. Today we are looking at Space Crew. You may remember a couple years ago, I took a little break from doing videos, and when I came back, we played through Bomber Crew, which turned out to be much more fun than I was expecting. I loved that game. It was basically during World War II. We flew around in a big bomber. You had several crew members. They had to man the guns and fly the plane and so on. We crashed a couple of times. You know, that stuff happens. But anyway, Runner Duck made a sequel which came out a couple years ago, I think, called Space Crew. It's the same kind of idea, but of course, instead of being in a World War II bomber, we're flying through space. I was going to show you where I was in my current game, but when I tried a little practice run, everybody died. So instead, we're going to start a new game. The ideas in Space Crew are very similar to how Bomber Crew worked, but I am not any good at this game. I got good at Bomber Crew. I am not good at this game. So you can see, instead of being on the ground base, we instead have a space station. We've got crew members. It's got all the same kind of areas. You know, you can check in on your crew, give them different gear and equipment to use. Here's our guys. Maybe a little alien or a little pale boy here. Steph, favorite food burritos. Me too. All right, let's start with an easy mission here. Even on low risk, I'm still at risk of dying. Much like in Bomber Crew, all of the missions in Space Crew follow the same basic formula. We take off from the base, you follow a path to get to some sort of objective, and either eliminate some enemies or pick up something, and then fly back to the space station. So it looks like this one, we're going to start at the station here. We've got two routes we can go. We're going to transport some supplies. Of course, we're going to run into some evil aliens as well. Here we go. Here's our spaceship, the Sky Piranha, which is a great name. And here's the inside. Now, in Bomber Crew, the inside of the plane was pretty simple. You know, it was basically a line. You had the pilot up front, Bomber. Bomber was actually also in the front. You had a tail gunner, you had a mid gunner, and then some other people working machines in the middle. In Space Crew, the ship's a little more complicated, as you can see. There's a lot more stations, and we have 6 crew members. Not enough crew to man everything, right? So we've got the pilot seat here, we've got a security officer, we've got a comms person. There's a front gun, which no one's on right now. We've got 2 side guns and a tail gun. There's an engineer station in the middle, and then there's some other stuff. There's a tractor beam room. I think in this room is where you set up like space suits or escape pods, rather. There's a machine that pumps out oxygen for us. We've got a machine that controls the gravity. We've got a reactor. It's just a lot more complicated than that plane was. But anyway, let's get underway here. We'll go to our pilot and tell him to launch the Sky Piranha. And remember, I just started a new game, so this is literally the first mission. Now, I do really like the presentation in Space Crew. You know, I played through Bomber Crew on my old computer, so it was a little blurry looking. This one looks really nice. I like being able to see Earth, and as we fly around, you can see other things in the solar system. It's pretty cool. Now, there are a couple things that are different. In Bomber Crew, we had to constantly worry about our fuel. If you flew around for too long, you'd run out of fuel and crash. In Space Crew, that is not an issue. We can fly around, I think, as long as we want. But there's a lot of other things to deal with. So first of all, let's use that targeting system to choose which route we want to go. We can either do the fastest one, which is going to be less stops, but it'll be more dangerous, or we can do the safe route. I think we'll start with safe, just to get our space legs. So we'll target there. Pilot will fly us over. And let's take a look at our crew members. So the pilot here is going to be able to charge for hyperspace, so we can fly to the next destination. He can also choose how he flies around, either a normal patrol, or he can prioritize flying defensively or offensively. And of course, there's other skills you can get as your crew gets better. I haven't gotten most of the skills because my crew is always dying. Our comms person here can hack into things sometimes, call in for some combat support. Engineer, this is kind of cool. Kind of like an FTL, our ship has a reactor system, so you can see we can turn these things off. And we have 4 points in reactor, but right now we have no shields, no weapon energy, no engines, no gravity. Everyone, if they get out of their seats, will just float around with no gravity. But we can put those points wherever we want. So we can turn the gravity back on, engines back on. You could do, double shields, no weapons, whatever you want. Security officer up in this seat can purge sections of the ship because we can actually be boarded by aliens, which is always a stressful time. And he can do a quick replenish to our shields if needed. And finally, the gunners, very much like the bomber crew gunners, can do focus fire and other things that helps them shoot down enemies. So with that all out of the way, let's charge for hyperspace. Engage. Aha, we've arrived at the moon. Okay, well, we're just going to head towards our next stop, which will be Venus. And I guess we'll see if anyone attacks us. Oh yeah, enemies are incoming. For sure. Just like in Bomber Crew, we're going to figure out where they are and tag them so that our gunners can shoot them down. There we go. Should look familiar if you watch me play through that game. And of course, as you get farther through the campaign, you can upgrade the ship in lots of different ways. You can upgrade the guns, give all your crew members, better armor and equipment, and so on. Ah, more enemies on the other side. And you can see one side of our shields is taking a beating. I'm going to tell my pilot to fly defensively. Then he'll move around and try and angle our shields towards them. I could also just try and charge the hyperdrive and run, but we'll try and take them out to get that experience. Let's go on the attack. Now, one thing about the gunners, since we're in space, we use regular guns and then also like laser guns. So you can see that my 2 guns here on the ship are different. And you can actually, if you upgrade your turrets, you can get it where they have both types of guns, but they have to be switched. So either you can manually switch between them, or if your gunners are good enough, they can automatically switch depending on which one is best for the target. There we go. Alright, let's get back towards our objective while we take out this guy. There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh, nobody can actually reach him from there. Stop. Nope, we're going to have to go on the attack. I want him out of here. And not only that, let's repair our reactor and our security officer and a gun as well. There we go. Okay, reactor looks good. Everybody's doing okay. So let's head to Venus. But I do feel like this game is a little more complicated than Bomber Crew. I feel like when things go out of hand, I really kind of lose control of the situation faster than I do in Bomber Crew. And maybe I just panic, I don't know. But I really enjoy what Runner Duck does and this style of game. I hope that they make more, and I kind of hope that they make like a pirate one. I think that would be fun. If you did this exact same thing, but you had, a captain and different people on the cannons, like, that would be fun. I would enjoy that. Here we go, to Venus. But, of course, I really like that this one takes place in space. You know I love space games. Okay, our objective is at the Asteroid Belt series. We've got enemies incoming, as always. So let's start aggressive. I don't have a lot of skills to deal with right now, which is fine. Yeah, so the laser weapons on my front and back, I think, go through shields more quickly. And then the bullets go through the holes. Yeah, look at that. That mix is pretty good. Takes them down really fast. What's broken in here? Oh, the gravity. It is damaged. In my main save file before my crew all died, I had gotten past the first boss. It was like I don't even know how to describe it. It was like a weird mothership. It was very large. We had to fly around it and destroy, modules and things on it. It was difficult. I definitely thought everyone was going to die, but I made it through somehow. But my ship kept catching on fire. I had to have people go outside in spacesuits to fix things and fix my engines because they were leaking radiation. It was crazy. I do not know how we survived. Everybody doing okay? Yep. Get him. There we go. The asteroid belt. Okay, we need to go to the Destrier back there. But maybe we should take care of these enemies first. We will go aggressive, engineer, fix the reactor. Where are the enemies? I thought I saw them. Where are they? Engineer, get on the fourth gun. Ah, they're all over me. Or I guess I'm all over them. What is breaking? Our oxygen. We're gonna need that. You're gonna want that out here. Ah! Everybody's still doing okay? Start flying defensively. Can I boost my shields up here? Replenish shields. Fix the reactor. Yeah, it's still the panic-inducing action of Bomber Crew, but in space. There we go, we did it. Good job, everyone. Engineer got hurt a little bit. Let's have him heal. In the medical bay. And let's see, we have to land at this outpost. That's the objective. Sky Piranha landed, dropping off this cargo. Mission complete. Now we just have to get back safely. Let's have the pilot heal a little bit. Okay, we're ready to launch. Sky Piranha. I didn't come up with that name, but it's so good. I wish I had. Let's head back. Ooh, we can pick a route here too. Let's go the faster route. I'm sure that won't be dangerous. Let's go. More asteroids. Increased enemy activity. Alright, but if we make it through here, the next jump goes right back to the base. So let's do our best. Later on in the game, they'll start sending these ships that are a little chunkier, and they'll latch onto the back of your ship and drop aliens inside. And then everyone inside has to, like, grab guns and shoot them on the ship and abandon their stations. That's when I really lose control. Shoot him, he's right there. He's right in front of you. Get some focus fire going on in here. For you two that know what you're doing. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. That's the stuff. Is that it? I think so. Charge and back to base. We made it. Athena Station. So that's it. That's a mission in Space Crew. All of them, you know, go pretty much the same. You fly out, do something, shoot some guys, fly back. But like I said, they send boarding parties onto the ship. There's bigger enemy spaceships to take down. Sometimes you have to fly up to a station and hack into it while people are shooting you to complete the mission. It gets crazy. And just like in Bomber Crew, you can do the whole ship customization, you know, decorate it with different paint jobs and decals and rename it, upgrade your equipment, all the fun stuff. We did it. Good job, everybody. You made it back alive. Yeah, auto-switch weapon pod. That's what I was talking about. So then if you give them a double gun, they'll switch between the two depending on if the enemy's shields are up or not. Very cool, very cool. All right, my friends. That was just a very quick look at Space Crew. It's fun. I'm not good at it. My guys die a lot, or my ship catches on fire, etc. But that's not their fault, that's my fault. If you liked watching me play Bomber Crew, or if this looked interesting to you, I do recommend it. Check it out for yourself. I bet you can get farther than me. But it's always a fun time, and like I said, I really hope that Runner Duck makes another one. I think a pirate one would be fun. I don't know what else you could do. I mean, they could definitely make a Bomber Crew 2 in like a different era with different planes. But whatever they do next, I'm looking forward to it because these first two games have been really fun. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.